Shout out to G-Man Boxing.
Alright, people. We are with this day next. No, not this day next week. Alright, people. We are ever nearer to AJ Usyk 2. Usyk AJ 2, whatever way you want to say it. We are nearer to it. Now, the closer we've got to this fight, the more looking forward. I was already looking forward to it. The more looking forward to it I definitely am now. And I've given a video, I did it at the start of, end of June, where I talked about 3 reasons why I think Usyk will win, and I did 3 reasons why I think Joshua will win, or 3 reasons as to why I think if they do these, they'll win. But there are other keys to victory that I want to talk about. And there are other reasons why I think Usyk has a good chance, and vice versa. There are other reasons as to why I believe AJ has a very good chance of winning. So this one probably won't be as long, maybe won't be as detailed. I'm saving kind of all these for the prediction video, which I'm probably going to do. I'm going to record it on Saturday and upload it on Sunday evening about 6 o'clock or so. I might premiere it, so stay tuned for that. I already have the thumbnail for that ready to go. So people want to know, because people were asking me in the last live, who you have, who you picking. All will be revealed Sunday at about 6. Alright? But that doesn't mean we can't still talk about little strengths that I think both guys have. So Joshua will get his video tomorrow or Saturday. Well, actually probably be Saturday because it's going to go out on Friday. So Joshua will get his video more likely Saturday. But Usyk, his video. 3 little keys to victory that I think he will need. Now, I'm going to show clips as well. Now, I don't have my spare phone with me. It's dead at the minute and it's just going to take too long to get that charged. So they're all on this phone, so might be a bit awkward, so you're going to have to bear with me. I hope I'm talking in sequence. We're going to have a bit of old look here. But the first thing that I think Usyk needs to do, right, and he needs to take advantage of, he is probably going to come in a bit heavier than we're used to seeing him, in as much as if he's been weighing in the teens and the low 220s, we're going to be looking at mid to high 220s now. Having said that, I still fully believe he will have a better work rate over Anthony Joshua. And the reason why that's critical, right, is not just because it looked good, it will help him win rounds. The fact of the matter is that Anthony Joshua, more than likely, I'm not saying he will for definite, more than likely, I suspect will also come into this fight heavier. I suspect that he will try and go a little bit, be more aggressive on Usyk, is what a lot of people have been saying. With Robert Garcia in the camp, I would imagine that is partially what he's looking to do. And the fact of the matter is, people, a lot of people post Usyk were saying he's too light, he needs to be heavier. Personally, I second with Andre Ward, where Andre Ward says, no, you need to be even lighter. Because you're even in low 240s, you're too heavy. I agree. I 100% agree. But I don't think his team do. And I worry that he'll come in too heavy. If that is the case, look on screen. Now, this is against Vladimir Klitschko. This is Anthony Joshua, obviously. Now, this is against Vladimir Klitschko. It's in the 5th round. So this is just after AJ has dropped Klitschko. And he's really exerted himself trying to get Klitschko out of there. He is struggling to hold his arms up. He is breathing noticeably with his mouth open. Bearing in mind, the first 4 rounds of that fight were not fought at a frantic pace. It was Klitschko fainting, Joshua looking to counter. It was not fought at a murderous pace. So for Joshua to be already opening his mouth wide open, I think he was in the low 250s for that fight, to already be breathing heavy, to already be struggling to hold his hands up, his arms up, to already be making defensive lapses that early on in the fight, in a fight in which you've not overly exerted yourself. You know, yes, you've hurt the guy and you've gone for it, but it's not like you were fighting at a murderous pace the previous 4 rounds. It's not like they set a high tempo that you were always going to come down from. It was fought at a fairly pedestrian-like pace for the first 4 rounds. So I do worry if AJ is in the 250s, potentially that could rear its ugly head if he tries to put it on Usyk, or if he potentially hurts and drops Usyk, which I don't discount. Usyk, as you'll see there on screen, has two clear-cut advantages, and these are two of his key strengths. The straight left, which he lands on Michael Hunter and Tony Bellew in the clip I'm showing on screen now. And the fact of the matter is, he will still have great work rate, even if he is a bit heavier. So if you're talking about the straight left, which he was able to find on Anthony Joshua from the first round of their fight, he was able to put Anthony Joshua on his back foot. Go and look at the fight. Within the first 10 seconds of that fight, he was instantly able to read Anthony Joshua's body language. He instantly able to read his movement, and he was able to put Anthony Joshua on the back foot instantly and find that jab, or find the straight left, I should say. So you're talking about kill two birds with one stone with that clip. You're talking about Usyk's straight left, and you're talking about his accuracy and his work rate. So if he's able to tag Anthony Joshua with hard straight lefts and follow that up with, how would you describe it? They probably still hurt, but more piercing shots, slashing shots. If you've got a fatigued fighter in front of you, which potentially could happen with AJ, if you have a fighter who is, as you see there again, show it on the screen again, accurate with the left hand, powerful with the left hand, which is another thing I'll talk about now in a sec, and can also follow up that with volume, and it won't empty his reserve tanks, it won't take much out of his gas tank, that's a dangerous combination. That's a very, very dangerous combination. Straight left hand and work rate. And Usyk can switch it up the head and body. As you see in one of the clips there, he's able to drop guys with body shots. He is good from head to body. He can do both. He can hold that pace. He can maintain that pace. He can actually go through the gears quite quickly if needs be. He can stay stagnant if he feels that he's doing enough. But once he needs to go through the gears, it's there. Right? And the third point I want to raise in this video, like I said, neither of these videos are going to be massively long 20-minute videos where I'm talking about like finite little predictions. No, it's not going to be like that. This is just a kind of quick 2 cents synopsis of things that I'm going to be just thinking out loud, what I think will help both guys. But obviously the punching power is a thing with Oleksandr Usyk. Now, Usyk, even down a cruiserweight, he was never considered the biggest puncher. Now, that's fair. He was never considered. You look at the fights he had in the World Boxing Super, it was the World Boxing Super Series. He stopped Marco Huck on his feet. All right, Marco Huck, seen better days, fair to say at that point. Stopped Marco Huck on his feet, buzzed him a few times, but still stopped him on his feet. Went the distance with Myris Briedis in a very close fight. Went the distance with Gassiev, never really appeared to buzz him. You know, went the distance with Michael Hunter. Yeah, he hurt him a few times, but went the distance with him. Was able to stop Tabisa Machuno. He's been stopped a few times. You see where I'm going. There was never any notion that Bellew was, or sorry, that you know where I'm going with this, by the way. Yeah, there was never any notion that Usyk was a devastating, bang, you're gone, lights out puncher. Tony Bellew, right, stated that he's the opposite. Usyk's better in every department, but Bellew, and he could bang a cruiserweight. Usyk went into that fight and he showed everyone what kind of power he had. Look at it there.
Еще раз попал, да? О, нокаут. Я думаю, что все. Я думаю, что накормил.
So he knocks Tony Bellew out with one shot. Now, Adonis Stevenson dropped Bellew and he stopped him standing, although Bellew was fairly out of it. Cleverly never dropped Bellew. Right, there was only 2 losses prior to that. Usyk, the guy who people say is not the biggest puncher, he laid Bellew out. He did. Big knockout. Big knockout. Goes up to heavyweight. Goes in there with Chisora. Chisora always showing a good chin. Right, now in 2022, questionable. But even in 2020, known for having a good chin. Did he knock Chisora out? No, he didn't knock Chisora out. But he did buzz him several times. Noticeably in the 7th round, he did buzz him. And this is a little cruiserweight who can't punch, but he's keeping Chisora honest. A big, strong heavyweight who's been in there with massive big punchers, and only 3 at the time have ever been able to stop Derek Chisora, and one of them was Tyson Fury, and that was a corner retirement. The only other 2 were David Hay and Dylan White, unless I'm mistaken. No, I'm not, because he went the distance with Klitschko. He's got the difference with loads of big Hellenius, loads of big punchers, right? Chisora was buzzed by Usyk, as was Anthony Joshua. I mean, I'm sure if someone said to Anthony Joshua off air, does Usyk punch hard? He'd say, damn right he punches hard. I think AJ was maybe shocked a bit by the punching power of Usyk. Not to say that he was expecting to be able to walk through his shots, but I think when you hear people say this guy is not the biggest puncher, this, that and the other, you can kind of think, I can take this power. In the third round where AJ got staggered by Usyk, he realised then, hang on a sec, this guy has power. Is it Deontay Wilder level power? Is it Hellenius level power? Is it Ortiz level power? No, I wouldn't say it's on that level, but is it enough to get pretty much any heavyweight respect, or certainly most heavyweights respect? You damn right it is. So Oleksandr Usyk, punching power, definitely, and underestimating his punching power at your peril. Some people would say, well, when he was able to put it on AJ in the 12th round, that was a heavily fatigued AJ. 100%. No, I agree with you, it was a fatigued AJ. But still, you got to look at what happened during the fight as well. That was when Usyk really went through the gears. But when Usyk was able to land the left hand with any great degree of power earlier on in the fight, AJ was still buzzed. Yes, in the 12th round when Usyk really put it on him, he was tired and fatigued, and yeah, you could see how he almost capitulated. But he was getting hurt early on. Certainly at least staggered. So, Oleksandr Usyk, count his power, write him off in terms of punching power at your peril. So punching power, body work, as well as volume, and the straight left hand. 3 more keys we can add to Oleksandr Usyk. And believe me, there are 3 which Anthony Joshua has, which I will talk about in the next video I do about this. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that, as I don't want to keep this one dragging out. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What you think of these type of videos. Obviously I prefer having the thing there so I can talk you through it. It just was gonna take too long to get everything set up, so I said, right, I'm just going to, and I didn't want to, because if I did that, I'd be talking for ages. I'd be saying, they see what he does here and this, let me rewind. I'd be talking for ages. So I hope you enjoyed this. As I said, probably get the prediction video out. I have it in my head about 6 o'clock on Sunday, so we'll get that out there. I already know who I'm picking. But we'll go in depth with a fine-tooth comb then, and we'll have a chat about it then. I'm looking forward to this fight, people. I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking forward to this. I'm real excited about this fight, I ain't gonna lie. So hopefully, people, you enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you could. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. For now, I'll talk to you people. Peace.